the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare to play without them. Everyone wants to finish strong. Well, the only way to do it, forget the inactive list and focus on the guys who are going to take the field.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Throwing Jones. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They run once more with Taylor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. 1st and goal at the 1. Taylor will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these 2 teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Burt sets up to throw it. That is caught. And shutting him off now open field. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Hurts to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Raiders at 9-3 here on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Jones. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive.
extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On 1st down, Hurts got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevens. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at times, maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. And they've done it well for them all year long.
Here's Jones on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Hearns brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this 1st half of play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Jordan Love leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Taylor. Oh, and Nelson spaced out lane. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First and 10, Taylor now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's to the 15, and they can't bring him down. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. It's Collins. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And shedding through the tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones.
Got a man. It's Collins complete.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Jones flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is, how does each team deal with the pressure executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And it's fielded at the 34.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, Jones. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Jones. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
Oh, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt, that's a great way to score some points.
Levi Onwuzurike, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Hurts to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Levi Onwuzurike in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Hurts being chased out left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable.
There he goes, left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, 35 yards. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seems for the red zone, but if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. From the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts. Second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 24 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Jones looking to throw on second down. He'll complete this one to Collins. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Jones to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it'll be Taylor. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Taylor, his third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 12. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. On first down, Hurts. Pass complete, Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Second down, here's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So this one, a victory for the Raiders. So for the Raiders, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.